Now, the thing is that a spiritual journey, what it is all about, a spiritual journey teaches us a very simple and basic reality. It reflects a very simple reality. And that is that the source of our suffering is self-centeredness, self-occupation, being so busy with my petty problems, with being so limited to the concerns of one separate unit in time and space. This is why I suffer. Which means, of course, that accordingly, the purpose of the spiritual journey is the cessation of my preoccupation with myself, which means that I can leave it behind, right? That it's no longer a psychological concern. I'm no longer troubled with this self-creating or self-generating factory of problems. Now, the thing is that because this is what the spiritual journey is all about, this is the purpose of the journey, and this is the core insight of the journey. If I am still focused on this self-occupation, self-obsession, if I'm still living only for myself, for my own benefit, if I only care about myself, whether it is my spiritual journey or getting more money and a great social status or whatever, sooner or later, my spiritual journey comes to a halt. It becomes frozen. From a certain point onwards, I can no longer develop. I can imagine that I'm developing. I can continue to visit seminars and retreats and read books, but the spiritual journey cannot unfold. It cannot continue to flourish. If it is still all about my process, my experiences, my insights, my self-improvement, my, you see? My self-love, my growing self-love, my growing freedom from traumas, from the past, my meditation, even my enlightenment, it doesn't matter. Since the heart cannot open as long as I cling to this kind of very limiting concept of the spiritual journey is stopped. And it is not possible to open the heart as long as the journey remains for myself, for my own sake, my own benefit. We need to understand the narrow focus on our happiness, on our liberation, prevents the full realization of the heart's potential. Because we're keeping it so small. And the heart's potential is all about becoming or revealing itself as a universal phenomena. The heart is the heart of all, or it is nothing. Or it is forever in hunger, forever in poverty. And this heart awakening is vital for full enlightenment, for full liberation. Do you understand? So at a certain point, if we don't begin to realize that the whole journey is about stopping being so occupied with myself, with my journey, with my process, there is no more actual process going on. I'm just moving in loops, in circles. I can no longer break the confines. And therefore, I'm also, to a certain degree, still caught in a subtle form of suffering. So in this way, the heart remains closed no matter what we practice. Why? Because the self remains at the center of even our most wonderful practices and experiences of no self. You experience perhaps self-transcendence, even the meditation that we just did at the beginning of the satsang. We experienced this spreading of the I am, which is completely true. But as long as the heart is not open, this wonderful experience of reality remains contained by the self. So the heart must become involved in this process of expansion. Otherwise, even if you don't say it consciously, it is as if we're saying, I am the center of the universe, or I am the most important person in the world. And you can say definitely that the very sense that we are the center of the universe, or that our I is the center of existence, has some reality to it, right? Because as we realized in the meditation, in this sense of I am, the entire consciousness of the universe is included. But definitely, when it is the I am as we know it, as the limited self, the limited personal self, this sense of self-importance is drastically disproportionate, drastically and grotesquely disproportionate.